Okay, so
definitely.
today, just let me say this real quick. Today is February 19th, 2025, and we're talking about luxury marketing through eXp with Olivia.
Yes, well, thank you so much for having me. I am the account manager of eXp Luxury. I've been with the division for about a year. I have a background in real estate investing, working with high-end investors all over the nation. So I also dealt with transactions coordinating as well. And so I'm based out of Nashville, but I've been with eXp for about a year now, and we've grown the division really tremendously in this past year. And I'm excited to go over all of the benefits that eXp Luxury has for our agents. I'm going to share my screen and I have a short slide deck. And I do want to showcase some visuals of the exclusive marketing that eXp Luxury has, whether you're a very seasoned agent already in luxury, or maybe that's your goal, is to really elevate that price point. We have agents who are both very well seasoned and also who are really trying to elevate their price range. But a lot of our materials are geared to help you win higher end listings. A question I get a lot is, what price point is luxury? That varies. Every market is so different. LA, I heard that we have some agents in LA here. LA is totally different than Nashville pricing for luxury. So we leave it up to our members' discretion on luxury price point for your own market. A good rule of thumb is going to be top 10% of sales in your local average house. So that's a great way to find that price point for luxury. You could do three times your local average sales price, and that might fall below $1 million. I would say we've got fantastic listing presentations that are great to target these high-end listings, to go after expired luxury listings. We also have a lot of great farming material. All in all, our marketing is going to be able to give you that competitive edge against these other luxury agents. So we are a global luxury cloud brokerage. We have recently launched in 24 countries. So you do get the network of some top producers all over the country. We have a lot of great networking opportunities. We've got our workplace groups with all of our luxury agents. And the masterminds that we do have are really collaborative. Everyone's very collaborative within eXp Luxury. So you do get those insights from some top producers, which is incredibly valuable. So I do want to focus a lot on the marketing. So what you're looking at on your screen, anytime you have a luxury listing, our team, we do place full page digital ads in 9 publications. So these are publications either geared for luxury real estate or luxury lifestyle. So when you're going to these appointments, you're meeting with some sellers with high-end properties, you're able to showcase how you can target high-end buyers through these publications. So we do have 9 of them. They're full page, they are digital. We've got James Edition is one of our newest ones we've added. We've got Wall Street Journal, Mansion Global, Haven is one of our newest ones we've also added. We do also place around 60 international listing websites. And so this is included when you're an eXp Luxury member, anytime you have a luxury listing. And what we do, once the publications are live, we send you a PDF. So this is one of our active luxury members live listing right now. This PDF is what we call a seller media kit. And this is what you can share with your client. And there are going to be links in here to take that client to every asset that our team's created. So that does include a property website. Our team actually builds out a property specific website. And then each publication will have its own dedicated page. And then this link is going to actually open up each publication. So here we have Wall Street Journal. And this is what the full page ad looks like published. So we've got the contact form. That is a great thing about these being digital, is we can track some analytics. So any contact that fills out the form will go directly to that agent's email. And then they're also able to view the property website that we created. So the PDF, clients love to see that. The sellers love to be able to see their property actively being published in all of these high-end publications, especially Robb Report. It's a fabulous high-end magazine with aviation, yachts, luxury real estate. So they can go and click through all of these publications. The property website that we create is super beautiful. Here's an example of what it'll look like. We've got the eXp luxury branding. We've got the photos going through the background, the property description. And then my favorite feature of the website is definitely this Google Earth flyover. So we'll upload that to the right-hand side. Kevin's shaking his head up and down. Yep. So we'll upload that to the right-hand side and then the map on the left-hand side. If you do have professional drone footage, you can absolutely upload the drone footage if you do have it. What's neat about this video, I'm sure you've seen on social media, those Instagram Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, a lot of the aerial footage gain a lot of views. So you can even download this and turn it into a social media post. So there's really ways you can elevate the website if you wanted to upload floor plans, 3D tours, professional footage. You can even add sections. I always tell our agents, add a section about the luxury lifestyle that comes along with the property, because that's what luxury buyers are looking for along with the property, is that lifestyle. So highlight golf courses, lakes, restaurants, shopping. So that is what the property website looks like anytime you have a luxury listing. Now, if you have not ever had a luxury listing before, we do have fantastic materials to really help elevate your price point. One of them being the presentation creator tool. So we've got listing presentations that you can create in a matter of seconds. So let's say you've got a listing appointment, or you're farming a specific neighborhood, or you're targeting an expired luxury listing. You can create a presentation just by going into our creator tool, typing in the address, and then uploading a photo of that property. And then you hit create, and then within 30 seconds, you've got a presentation and that's going to showcase all of that exclusive marketing. So you can send it digitally. You can print it out to really elevate it. You can order some of our premium materials like thermal binders or beautiful presentation boxes. We even have these video cards that you can order. Super neat tool. You open it up and it'll play a video about eXp Luxury's marketing. You can recharge these, take them with you to each listing appointment. But there's a lot of possibilities you can use with that presentation. We do also have Canva. So Canva Enterprise, we have all of our luxury templates in there. So everything has that gold, black, and white aesthetic along with it. We've got all of our luxury signage. We have digital marketing like email newsletters. We've got postcards, and we even have different categories for those. For example, in the design center, I'll show you some of the signage. Aren't those beautiful? So you can add your logo to them. Of course, the power of personal branding is huge. So you can add your logo to them. We've got different size and color options. I love the postcards. So this is something you can automatically do, even if you've never dealt with luxury. I challenge everyone, if you do join eXp Luxury, pull a list of some recent expired listings at that luxury price point and send them a postcard, or send them a listing presentation showcasing how you can market their property differently, probably differently than the other agent was able to offer. So we've got expired listing postcards, farming postcards, market report updates that you can use. So that is a Canva. We're always adding more templates in here. We actually have a luxury design team on staff. So if you are hands off, you want to delegate these tasks to our team, we have a concierge service, a design concierge service, where they typically charge by hour or per project for these different designs. So that is also an option. We do have some other concierge services. We do have a logo co-branding service. If you want your logo revitalized or co-branded with the eXp Luxury logo, we've got that. We're about to launch a social media posting service. So if you need help with consistency on your social media, our team actually will post 3 times a week on Instagram and Facebook. And everything is luxury related. So it'll have a luxury photo, a luxury caption, and it will really help with that consistency aspect. That is $75 a month. That is about to be launched March 3rd. We do have a KV Core website upgrade. Who here uses KV Core? just raise your hand if you do use KV Core through eXp. Anyone? Okay, I see some hands. So we have recently launched a KV Core luxury upgrade service. So this is an example of one that we've upgraded for one of our members. Basically, what our team does is we put the luxury branding in the top left-hand corner, and we'll create a video for you for the background. It'll be specific to your location that you work in, and we'll create a luxury video with several videos stitched together. Or you can actually send our team in a video that you want to be on the background. And then each city will have its own section. And there's a little bit of SEO that goes into each city to try to push it up in Google. So this service, it's typically $349, and our team will do it for you. We are doing a promotion this month. If you do join in February, you do get this service for free for your KV Core site. So it definitely elevates your agent website, and we do have that as an option. Kevin, I see you've got a question. Feel free.
Okay. Yeah. So you have this for KV Core. Do you have this for Sync as well?
Not Sync. We do not yet, but stay tuned.
Okay.
And
Is it on the books? Is it something that you're planning?
Possibly. I'll reach out to you afterwards as well.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
absolutely. But we do have all of our other concierge services. We are going to be launching more and more. So stay tuned for that. But we really wanted to make this an all-in-one system for marketing, for your presentations. So if you are hands-off, we've got these available for you. The masterminds, I did mention those in the beginning. We do a different mastermind every single Wednesday that our members are able to attend. And so we do have some top producers come on and really dive in depth about certain techniques that's working in their business. We've recently gone over AI, how to integrate AI into your luxury business. We've got all of them recorded, actually. So whenever you have access, you can go back, you can rewatch these recordings that we've got. We recently did this one over website lead generation. I know a lot of agents that might be a struggle. So we've done a lot over lead generation as well to help our agents. So we've got the masterminds. We also do in-person events. So eXpCon, I wonder if anyone's going to Miami. Hopefully we'll see you in Miami. We do a fabulous luxury reception gala. We're doing one in Montreal, Canada, April 1st through the 4th. We're super excited about. So you do get those invitations for those in-person events, which is super nice to be able to network face-to-face with other luxury agents. We do have all of our preferred vendors. So all of these services we've partnered with, and all of them provide discounted rates for our members. There are a lot of great services in here, and the discounted rates are really nice. They're typically 20 to 40% off. So we have options for CRM. Follow Up Boss does 20% off for luxury agents. We've got other agent website options in here, like Luxury Presence, Agenta. They offer discounted rates. We have silk cards. They have beautiful, super thick business cards that you can order as well. So we're always adding. Oh, look, Kevin's got his business card.
I'm all in. I'm a big believer.
They're super nice. They make you stand out. I would hold them just for that luxury clientele. We're always adding more vendors in here as well. So we've got a lot of great options just to help you in a lot of areas of your business, and you do get the savings using them. So that's a general overview of the division with each of your listings, the publications, the digital publications, the international exposure, and the property websites are included. You can have 10 concurrent listings being actively published at any given time. If you do have over 10, you are doing something amazing. You can add additional ones over that 10 mark. But once one sells, you just deactivate it and you can open up that new spot. We've got all of our templates in Canva Enterprise, and then the vendors and the education and networking. So to actually qualify to join, you have to either meet the production qualifications or have luxury certification. So production wise, you can either have 3 closings over $1 million each within the past 2 years. Or if you are in a lower price market, we do accept if you take your average sales price, multiply it by 3, and if you have 3 closings higher than that price point, that would qualify you by production. Now, if you do not meet production, we do accept luxury certification. We've got 3 options. I suggest going through our eXp luxury certification course. It takes 3 to 4 hours. There's a lot of great information packed into that course as far as how to elevate your price point, how to break into luxury. Or you can go through NAR or the Institute of Luxury Home Marketing. So those would be the options if you don't meet production. And then the pricing, there is an annual membership fee. So we have 2 different tiers. We've got our individual or team lead rate is $2,500. That's every 12 months. That's the annual fee. Or we have a team member rate. So the team member rate is $995 each year. And that is only for team members if your team lead has an active luxury membership. So if your team lead is active with eXp Luxury and the team structure is not a self-organized team, then you would qualify for the team member rate. Now, we do have a new way to pay that $2,500 annual fee. If you do need flexibility, we have launched a pay at close option. So here's the difference. You can pay it in full, $2,500 every 12 months. Or if you need flexibility, we have added the pay at close, which allows you to join for $500. And then out of your next closing is when the membership fee comes out, and that's due within 6 months' time. So that is how to qualify and join. I'm going to put the application in the chat box along with my contact information. I'm also on Workplace, so you can find me on Workplace as well. But I'm going to open it up to any questions at all.
I have a question on the membership fee. We're members, but so if it's 500 due today, and then so that makes it 3,000 if you choose the pay at close option.
Yes. So the pay at close total is 3,000.
Got it.
But especially if you're waiting on a closing, that's why we made the pay at close, because some agents, don't want to pay it all in full. Maybe they're waiting on a closing. So it is 3,000 total, but it allows you access for 500.
Right.
Yes.
I just actually filled out your survey to save $50 on my next.
Oh, good. Good. I'm glad. So we've got Kevin, who's a luxury member. We've got Doug. Anyone else a luxury member in here? Let me see if I see any familiar names. Oh, we've got Anne. Okay, Anne's a luxury member. Yep. Any other questions that I could answer about any of the marketing? Dell's in here. He's a luxury member. Love it.
No, the marketing is great. There's some things on here that I should have known that I didn't. So we're going to start to tap into a lot more than we have already. But yeah, I mean, just the look of it is clean and classy, and it feels elevated. And I think that makes a huge difference.
Good. Well, I love to hear that. Also, it's great for referrals and networking. I did mention networking, but referrals, we've got a referral group on Workplace. I'll make sure that everyone here is added to it. Who's a luxury member, you should be added to the Workplace group. That's for member referrals. We've got the directory as well. So all of our luxury members can set up their profiles on the directory. And so any of your active luxury listings will show up, and then you can also link your contact information. So anyone can search on here and see who's a luxury member. Any other questions for me? Oh, Chuck, I think you're muted.
There we go. So you said 10 listings at a time. So that's 10 listings. And then if you have the 11th one, you remove one, it's always 10. Is that what it is?
It is. So 10 concurrent luxury listings. If you have an 11th or a 12th one, you can add additional ones for $199, each one over 10. But
Okay.
once one sells, you just open up that new spot.
Okay. So you have 10 at all times for this 2,500 a year, basically.
Exactly.
Okay. And then how do you go about implementing it? And so it's generating a website for that listing and what is that process? So say I take a listing for luxury listing and I put it in the MLS and do I have to wait till I put it in the MLS or can I start building it before that? So how does that work?
Those are great questions. So we've made it super streamlined. There's two options. You can wait for it to be live on the MLS and it's going to feed into your luxury dashboard with the photos, with the property description. So all you have to do is hit the green button for whichever ones are luxury. Now, if you don't want to wait for that lag time between it being active on the MLS and it showing up in your dashboard, you can manually upload the listing a few days prior to going live on the MLS, and it will time up to be live in the publications and the property website will be up. You'll just have to manually upload the photos and the description. It does take our team 3 to 5 business days for it to be live.
Okay.
Chuck,
And yeah,
go ahead.
No,
I was
go
gonna
ahead,
say
Kevin.
that it can start even before that. If you're like, if you're pretty confident about, secure getting a listing, you can call the team. I believe, Olivia, let me know if I'm misspeaking here, but you'll build a presentation for the seller, a seller's presentation that shows all the mock-up of the ads. Isn't that correct?
Yes. Yep. So before you land the listing, you can absolutely use this listing presentation tool and create a presentation just for that property. And that will show them everywhere where our team's going to publish it. And also it showcases the property website. So you can absolutely send this to your clients before or customers before you land that listing. You can even send this digitally to them. If you wanted to make a digital flip book, you could download it and turn it into one of these. This is from Issuu, ISSUU. I think this is like $5 a month, possibly. I'd have to double check the pricing. Or you can have it printed out, but that's a great way to showcase all the marketing. So,
And if you print it out, that's what I would do, or is there a way that you can print it out and have it mailed to you where it's on better paper and everything?
so you could have it locally printed, or let's say you want it to be in one of these thermal binders. You can actually order through Peliman and you can upload your presentation. I'll show you actually how easy it is to do that. We've got our preferred vendors. I'm going to go down to Peliman.
Okay.
Right in here, they have a lot of great options for boxes and thermal binders, but you just select white or gold and then you upload your listing presentation and then you can ship it directly to your client or you can just ship it to yourself. You can even order these binders in bulk and order that thermal binding tool to heat up that glue. That's the cheapest way to do it because it comes out to $12 a piece if you buy it in bulk.
Yeah, and those are really good. We had those at my old office before I was at eXp, and it's not something that everybody uses, but it does make you stand out because it is a very nice cover and it's especially tailored to their home, and you're leaving that back behind for them to look at, and it's a nice standalone piece. And it is extra money, but you are going after a luxury listing.
Well, I'll tell you, at eXp Con, one of the keynote speakers said, if you're going into a seller presentation with a paper folder and a paper presentation, then you've probably already lost to your competition. So, so I think these I'm excited about these. I'm getting one of these as a gift for renewing. So I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, no, they were great. We had them before and they were great. And that's true. I mean, you got to think about what it is you're doing, and because you're going on, let's say it's a $1 million listing. So that's a $25,000 to $30,000 commission. And what the seller's going to be paying is 50 to 60,000 ish. They want something more than some runoff papers on your home office, printer. You gotta look good. So I don't think it's asking too much. But the other option, if you didn't want to go that route, the other option might be having a really nice iPad or something and a really cool one. And there's different ones out now. And then it's the digital, and you're showing them flipping through the digital, and that also impresses people because they don't necessarily have that either. and then you can email it to them later or leave that behind so they can flip through it. And it's really just all about the presentation, I think, go ahead.
And also, I mean, high-end clients are expecting that high level of service. So I strongly believe if you're able to showcase the exposure in all of these high-end publications and the international exposure, there shouldn't be a reason why you would lose that listing to a different agent. So I've heard testimonials firsthand from our members. If you're in competition with other brokerages, other agents for these high-end listings, the eXp luxury marketing is incredibly valuable and gives you that competitive edge. So I love hearing that. But I'm going to put in the chat the application, and if anyone does use KV Core, like I mentioned, we do have that promotion going on where we can upgrade it to be luxury if you do sign up this month. This is a newer concierge service that we've launched, and I definitely think it elevates the KV Core sites. So any other questions for me?
Yeah, explain that again. So what is that in KV Core?
Yeah, so the KV Core website upgrade, pretty much our team is going to upload a video to the background of your KV Core site. So we'll upload that video. There's two options with the video. We can create one for you with stock video based on your location. So if you're in LA, it's going to be very LA luxury with around 5 to 8 videos stitched together. Or you can just email us in whatever video you want to be on the background. So Nigel, he's taken this video and recorded it and sent it into our team, and we've uploaded it to the background. And then we can add the eXp Luxury logo to the top left-hand corner. We can add the phone number to the top right-hand corner. We can even add the cities, the featured areas to the search bar right here. And then each city is going to have a different image. And then there's 10 keywords that our team types in for each city to try to push it up in Google. So that's overall what it looks like. It's typically $349, a flat $349 fee if you wanted it to be upgraded.
For a year or for just forever?
Just one time flat fee. And Kevin, you can find that service in the dashboard under concierge services.
Okay.
And you'll just select the website CRM and website upgrade right there. So does that answer your question, Chuck?
Yes. And then, so you said in the digital magazines, you said there's 14 of them. And I looked at that's where the Wall Street Journal and Robb Report and all those are. And then you said also 60 international.
Yes. So the international advertising, this is super impressive for your clients to see. So in the presentation, you can showcase all of these different countries and websites that we publish the listings onto. Whenever the listing is live, your client can click see in action for the international sites, and it's going to show them that this one's in over 60 websites, over 42 countries, and then they can go and click each country's website. So let's say they want to click Italy, that's going to open up the Italy listing website. So
that's really nice, because I can tell you when we're on a listing presentation, people will say, I think my property is amazing for international, and I'm thinking your property is amazing for anyone. Yes. But, they're so hooked on the word international, and that's probably because someone else has told them that from another presentation or a friend or whatever. And so here's your answer right here. And I can tell you on a listing presentation I went on the other day, I could have, if I'd had, all of this here to show, or at least just, the digital part or the sheet to reference and say, your home is going to be listed in all of these reports. I mean, the Wall Street Journal, Robb Report, and kind of start naming a few of them. And we're going to send you a copy so you can see what it looks like, right? Because they would be able to see that at some point.
Yep, exactly.
So that's huge. And most other agents are not going to do that. And they may say it's going to be in a bunch of publications, but yeah, if you have that list right there and you're showing and you're following up, and then it's very helpful too when you need a price reduction, and you can go back and show how much advertising has there been, because they're going to say, well, how much marketing did you do? and that's where you can show how many saved views and how many were views and posted and shared and everything and so on and so on. It's huge, and I think that's amazing. So that's very helpful, very helpful.
And I love the point
Yeah.
of price reduction too. I have heard that firsthand. If for a price reduction, having this argument and the statistics to back you up, the view count every week, that gives you that upper hand when discussing a price reduction with that seller. So I love that point.
Yeah, because you can also say, we listed, January 1 and, through, the month we saw the views. You can track those usually. And you can do this also on your regular listings, not just luxury. You could do it through Zillow and Redfin and Troya and everything and your MLS. And you can look and say, we had so many views the first week, then the second week, and the third week, and the fourth week. And, Mr. Seller, I have how many times we did open houses and how many people we had go through and how many showings we've had. I've logged all of that, and we don't have an offer. So clearly it's price because the place is beautiful, the location's great, it's price. So we need to adjust our price and get this back up and running. And that's just documented stuff that you can show somebody.
Absolutely. Well, I think eXp Luxury, it's such a powerful tool. I'm so glad that we've got some luxury members in here and you guys are utilizing the system. If you ever need anything, reach out to me. I'm putting the application in the chat. So if you did want to get set up, the onboarding process is super easy. Just submit your application. If anyone has any questions about the qualifications, feel free to reach out to me. If you're very close to meeting production or if you have any questions about the certification, I'm happy to help. But you would just submit an application and it typically takes 24 hours to get onboarded and have access to your dashboard.
And you mentioned in Canva Pro, we can go in there, not even being a luxury agent, to send a postcard to a luxury property like a expired or something.
So only luxury members have access.
Only luxury members. Okay.
It'll be
Okay.
a folder in Canva.
And I want to say too, because I've been there, done that. I know that $2,500 sounds like a lot, and it is. But if you break it down to, basically $200 a month, and it provides a listing presentation for you that you just pop in some information basically, and then it generates websites, and all of this other information that you get, that's pretty substantial for just $200. And the way I look at that is divide $200 by 10 because you've got 10 properties. So now it's $20 a property. You've got websites and, Olivia, I should work for you. Right. But another thing I want to ask you too before you leave is talk a little bit about the social media, the $75 a month, 3 times a week.
Yes. And I know consistency on social media is so challenging because agents, we really need to delegate certain tasks out because time is valuable and you really just need to be on the phone, talking to buyers and sellers. So social media posting service, we have launched this at $75 a month and we post 3 times on your Instagram and Facebook. They have to be business accounts. I will say they're not customized posts per agent. Right now they are generic luxury posts with luxury content for the photo and the caption. So it really is geared to help elevate the aesthetic and consistency of your posting. So that'll be both Facebook and Instagram 3 times a week. So we've got that available.
Okay. And then, so that's 3, 6, 9, 12 times a month. There would be a post on my Instagram and my Facebook for $75 a month, right?
Yes.
And is that a contract or is that month to month or?
That is month to month. Yep. And so what you'll just submit a form with your username, password for both platforms, and then our team will go ahead and get to posting. We do also have a lot of trainings over how to elevate your social media, because I know that is a struggle with a lot of agents is being consistent. So we've actually recorded a lot of webinars over, especially AI, how to utilize AI with social media to help with your content for, content, schedule, also captions and hashtags to boost your post on different platforms, there's a bunch of great AI, especially video. Video is huge nowadays. There's so many different AI integrations that you can use to streamline your business. So we've actually done a lot of recordings in your dashboard that you can go and find and look through.
Yeah, and I was watching a video this morning of an agent that it's actually with the eXp that was talking a lot about different AI apps and everything to use. And he used the analogy of when farmers, were farming with their hands and their tools and their mules and their plows, and then tractors came along, and then they said, "I'm going to keep doing it this way because this is the way I know how, and it's very effective, and I'm going to do it." And they, did, and then the other ones, took off and went on without them. And the AI tools are pretty easy to use because they're kind of standard for everybody, and they're not expensive for the most part. And then the other thing I was going to ask is maybe if I found, or anyone on this Zoom call, if we found one of these videos that might be really interesting to watch, so people can get a little more information. I suppose we could set up an appointment and I watch it on my screen and on Zoom and allow the screen share, and that way they get an idea of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And also every second Wednesday, so the first Wednesday of the month, second Wednesday of the month and the fourth Wednesday of the month, we have an open luxury workshop. We have just
Open?
open to any agent, even if you're not with eXp. So I'm actually putting this in the chat. I think everyone should go and subscribe to that channel. The fourth Wednesday, we do Luxury Legends and Leaders, where we have some top producers come on and we'll focus on different strategies. So you can watch that one. And then we have Janie Coffey. She's a fabulous agent. She's one of our council members out of Florida. She hosts the second Wednesday of the month Success Masterclass. So I put it in the chat. I recommend subscribing to that so y'all can go ahead and start watching those.
Chris, did you grab that? Okay, good. All right. Well, anyone else have any other questions? I can see why Debbie thought this was so good. I had no idea.
If anybody wants to hear my experience with the eXp Luxury, I'd be glad to share.
Yeah, sure.
So, you got time now, or do you want?
Yeah. Olivia, do you need to go to another appointment?
Oh, I'm good. I would love to hear
Okay.
Kevin.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was about this time last year that my friend decided he wanted to sell his home, and it was $5.7 million. And I was 1 month into my real estate career, and I called the eXp Luxury and said, "Hey, I need a certification quick." And so they set me up. I paid the 2,500. There was some kind of special at the time last year, and I think I paid 2,000, but it was regularly 2,500, so it hasn't gone up from last year. And immediately they built a presentation with where we were going to market, which is, my jam since I come from advertising world. And so I put that in front of David and Troy, my clients at the time. And, they were friends of mine, but, and they wanted to help me out with my jumpstart my career. But they didn't totally trust me because I was brand new. So they wanted a co-listing with these luxury agents at Compass, and that are well known here in the desert. So got to meet them. They're great guys. Just met with them last week. But we went and talked about the listing with David and Troy about their home, and they brought a contract, and they wanted to talk about golf. And I brought this presentation that Luxury made. And it was just nice to be able to go, "I'm going to put you on Rob Report. I'm going to put you on Haven. I'm going to put you on these 60 international sites. Here's what that looks like. We can change things up if it doesn't work." And every single week I would get a report. And then I did the certification course, which was very informative, 3 hours of my time, which was great. And then and then every week I would get a weekly report about where the impressions were delivered to which magazines. And it slowly builds up. I'm not sure how it works, but it looks like it starts with Facebook. Then, like in the second week, I started getting Rob Report, and then, like a couple of weeks later, every one of the publications had some kind of advertising on it. And the Compass guys actually started sending their very basic report, which was compass.com MLS. And that was that showed where people were looking at the listing at, and they'd send it to me, and I'd put together, I'd just add it to the bottom of my luxury presentation. And it was in the very beginning, it really makes sellers feel confident about what you're doing, because yes, they believe their home's gorgeous, but they know that there's only a few people that can afford a $5.7 million house. And you're not going to get it from open house or from, probably your Facebook accounts. But if you get international exposure, then it was really good. So it really did help. And I even used it on some condos here. And it worked out well. And I really appreciate Chuck and Doug, you bringing Olivia on, because at the beginning of the year with my little in my funnel, I realized what made me successful last year. And that was pitching this and using this against other agents in the area that had nothing to bring to the table. And this is when you're looking at it and you want to say, oh, well, I charge 3% for being your seller's agent. And this is why. This goes a long way. Okay. So, anytime you can bring tangible evidence to any of your clients, and, it's about them having trust and confidence in who you are. And this really gave me a lot of credibility. So I did that. What else did I do? Oh, and these cards, though expensive, I was very hesitant not to put my face on a card. And then I was very hesitant to pay the higher price. I think it was 3 times higher price than a normal business card. But I tell you what, I just went to Broker's Caravan this morning and I put this in 7 agents' hands, and they're like, every single one, wow. Because it's like putting a brick in their hand. It's super thick. It has a gold edge and it's heavy. And like if you put 5 in your back pocket, it's like having a wallet in your back pocket. They're so thick.
Wow.
So it really creates a good impression. And when you're fighting for listings against someone else, or if you're even with a buyer, if you say you're a luxury agent, you get more confidence. I have 1 year of experience. It brings confidence. So thank you for bringing Olivia on board to remind me of that.
That's great. Somebody have something? I just wanted to add to that, and I don't even know if I've ever told Kevin this. Doug will remember. So Kevin and his husband Brad have been our friends, Doug and my friends, for many years, and they always had, and they've always had another agent, and we had the same social circle, but they always had another agent that they worked with, and I would always go to their listings that when they were selling a property, to see what it was and support it and everything. And anyway, long story short, their last listing with that agent wasn't selling, and we never tried to solicit them away from that relationship, because we all respect that. But maybe because of our marketing, of course, being our friends and everything, and seeing everything we do and post and everything, they called us and said, will you give us a listing presentation? And I remember him saying, I think it was Brad I was talking to, and he said, and I'm looking at a couple other companies or whatever. And I asked him, and he did Sotheby's and something else. And so, sure, have it all, we'll get with you and everything. And I remember hanging with the phone going, what am I going to put together? Because Doug and I always list our sphere of influence, and they always just call and say, come list me, because they already know us, like us, trust us, and we worked with them before, most likely, or referred to them. But in this situation, we had to show our work and compete. And I think I still have it somewhere in a Google Doc, what all I put together and everything. But I didn't have, the fancy binder or whatever. And you see how Kevin's background is in, advertising. So, we did put everything together and got the listing and got it sold, fairly quickly too. And it all turned out
for the highest
well.
price at the W to this day. Highest square foot.
I mean, it was great. And my point is that I had something, if I'd had something like this to throw, information in and print out something really beautiful, or at least digital, to send or leave behind, that would have made a huge difference, not to mention all the publications, and it's this is very, very helpful. And again, I don't look at this as $2,500 a year. I look at it as $20 a listing, or if you got 5 listings, you know what that is. So it's to have that website and everything. Sellers want more than what somebody else gets. And oh, I know I was going to say another thing. For those of you that are interested in attraction, I know Shayna, different ones of you, Wendy, they're working on that. This is a great tool too, because he just told you about another company that really doesn't have it. And to be able to plug this stuff in, that's amazing. So, and you impress those agents when you handed that card. You know, there's just so much to this. So I'm so glad eXp's done it. And then also I'll say, I know Pete Middleton in La Jolla area in San Diego. He's with luxury. I saw his name on a sign there, but I know he is. I think in LA, there's an agent in South Bay. I can't think of his name. Do you know, Olivia, who I'm talking about?
Ed Kaminsky.
Yeah, Ed Kaminsky. So those are names that you can, you know, Google and kind of see what they're doing and everything. And, you know, they may not be even doing everything here because they've got, you know, a huge, you know, base and experience with stuff. But for those of us who need something to do, you know, to put together, I think it's amazing.
Absolutely. Well, I'm so thankful I could come on here and share it with everyone. And I love those testimonials, Kevin and Doug and Ann and everyone else who's a luxury agent. I'm excited for y'all's journey, and everyone who's aspiring or has those luxury listings that I definitely think you need to get signed up. I'm here to help you. So I put my contact in the chat. So feel free to reach out to me.
And I see Chris has on his eXp shirt. Do we have eXp luxury shirts yet?
We do. So we do have the brand store. You can see in the, well, I'm not sharing my screen anymore, sorry, but we do have the brand store. If you're a luxury agent, we've got our luxury logos. You can also download all the eXp luxury logos. So maybe you have a local vendor, you can send them in shirts, and we even have a golf set. So if you're a golfer, we've got those with eXp luxury branding.
All right, cool. All right, does anybody else have any questions? No? Well, good. Well, thank you everybody for coming. Let's reach out if you have any questions on this. You know, Kevin, what's your Instagram handle?
Kevin Stone Homes.
Kevin Stone Homes. So everybody should watch that on Instagram. Follow him because he has his GoPro camera. He's going to start doing stuff, and he's doing reels and post from Real Grader, which I saw was one of the vendors that we get discounts on. So there's a lot of connections there, and it will get even better. It's not just what he does right now, right?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Everybody have a great week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thanks.